Yo, 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 what is going on, everybody? Mashman here. Welcome to today's video here on YouTube. And I want to go ahead and spend a couple of minutes talking about why I wrote my book, my very first book, Personal Branding, a Manifesto on Fame and Influence. I published this on November 1st of 2021. It's my first ever book, and it's something that was honestly years in the making. I've wanted to write a book for several years. Ever since I got involved with business, I knew that at one point in my life I'd write a book, and truth be told, I'm going to be writing several in my lifetime. I don't know when the next one's coming out, but I got some ideas, and I actually already have the title for that. But whenever I went and finally decided on the name and the title and the subject matter, for the most part, it was smooth sailing. It wasn't the easiest thing in the world, but I found the most difficult part of writing and the writing process was finding the first sentence. Once I had the first sentence, then the thoughts started to flow, and it was a matter of time before it was completed. And it took a lot of revisions, a lot of different hassles, a lot of, me annoying people saying, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? Have you read it? And I'm grateful for all of you guys who have proofread this before it was even published. You know who you are. But now it's been 6 months since I published Personal Branding, a Manifesto on Fame and Influence. And in the time that has passed, I've recently reread it just to kind of make sure that the information stayed fresh in my mind, and to remind myself and to think about, hey, what would I change if I was to go back and if I was to make maybe a second edition of the book? And I'm grateful to be able to say that it rose to the #1 new release in public relations on Amazon. And it also rose to become a top 10 bestseller in public relations on Amazon. And that was no easy feat. And I was driving people mad, making sure that I was promoting the heck out of this book. And the reason I wrote it is I wanted to explain and to spark the awareness as to what personal branding is in the minds of people. People oftentimes know about the company brand. They know what a company brand is for the most part. You know, the company brand is the colors, it's the message, it's the, you have the different name of it, the logos. You have maybe some of the marketing message if you're talking to somebody who's a little bit more apt to understand, that the world of marketing and branding. But your personal brand is different from your company brand, and your personal brand is actually something that everybody, all of you who are watching this video, you have a personal brand. But most people don't realize the fact, and they don't know what to call it. They don't know what to call their reputations. And so when I was going through the planning process of this, I had to think in my mind, what did I want somebody to take away from it? And it was coming back, and I kept coming back to this one idea of just helping somebody be aware of something that they subconsciously knew about for their entire lives. And the best way I could explain it is the what and why of your personal brand, what your personal brand is. And then I get involved and talk about why you should be building it, the power it holds, the power, and I give examples. I don't mention anybody explicitly, but I do hint at different people throughout history who have leveraged their personal brands to their own benefit or to the benefits of other people and to the nation that they run or that they vouch for, that they represent. And then I start to talk about how do you build out your personal brand. But the philosophies that I mentioned, the practices that I mentioned, aren't specific to the 21st century, and they're not specific to this moment in time of 2021, 2022 with social media and technology and podcasts. But I talk about principles, the principles of building out your personal brand. And the fact of the matter is, no matter how technology evolves, no matter how our world changes, these principles are still going to remain the same. The idea of building credibility, building consumer trust, building relationships. It doesn't matter the platform you're using to build that credibility or that trust or those relationships, but in the future, the principle is still going to be there. And so I wanted to take a couple of minutes and just record this video explaining why I bought this book, or why I wrote the book, why I bought the book. Well, why I'm explaining and telling you why you should buy this book, because I'm truthfully proud of it. I'm grateful for it, and I'm going to be ordering more copies very soon. I'm going to be putting an order for 100 copies of this book, continuing to do signed copies, and to continue putting it in the hearts and households of more people. And it was funny to tell you a story, and then I'm going to wrap this video up. I was talking to somebody who I went to high school with, and they told me that, hey, I was at my mom's house and I saw your book on the coffee table. And I'm thinking to myself, that is just remarkable. And that experience really taught me, this is a way to expand my personal brand in a fact of practicing what I preach. And rather than just being somebody who's online and in the phones and in the ears of another person, why don't I actually do something that can go and be on the coffee table of their house, be on the bookshelf, be, on the countertop when a guest comes over, right? That is how you take your personal brand from the digital realm to the physical realm, while you're also building up your relationships one-on-one as you're going out to eat, having conversations. When you go and grab a cup of coffee, talking to that barista as a form of marketing, therefore is attributing to the growth of your personal brand. And so if you want to pick up a copy of this and have this in your own hands and households and understand the what and why of your personal brand, then make sure to go to Amazon, go to my website, isaacmashman.com/book. You can simply search up personal branding, a manifesto on fame and influence, and you'll be able to find a dozen different places where you can purchase a copy of your own, both physical and digital formats. Thank you for watching this video. Be on the lookout for more content, more shorts, more long form videos and vlogs over the coming weeks and months. And I'm super excited to be growing and scaling with you. And if you want to work with me personally to help you build out your personal brand in a way that is going to lead you for longevity, right? Not a personal brand that's going to come and go, not something that is you're going to be a one-hit wonder and then everybody forgets about you. Message me. I'd love to work with you through my public relations for Mashman Ventures. And until next time, may your coffee be strong and much love.